Wait for him to get the window open and then it won't be as loud.
Okay. Oh, told you.
Hopefully.
Very quickly
Did you brace
I
it?
get my notification.
Braced it enough that when you close the door, it's not going to go wow.
Whoa!
It's good.
Like that.
This is why nobody likes you. What's up, Rocky Brook Farmstead? I'm not talking to you, Kitty. Terry.
Why are you not talking to them?
Because they tried to set me up last night in hens after I left.
Uh-oh.
A little birdie told me about it. They caught Laura. Billy Branch, where you been?
What's up?
Whoa!
Hey,
Billy
Mark.
Branch.
Tamara Hoskins?
They were trying to get a free t-shirt out of us.
How?
From my understanding, they talked her into lighting up a cigarette so that way they could all say they caught her. So they all could get a cigarette.
Oh, that was all Laura's evil plan. Look, they're speaking the devil.
What's up, Smoker?
Oh.
How's the cancerous lung doing this morning?
Did we get the sheep sheared? Yeah, I seen her smoking.
Mm-hmm. Bonterre in the house.
What's up?
Hey, Bonterre, is Catfish watching too?
We did not talk her into it. She was lighting up and told us. How's the butter and biscuits? He didn't have butter and biscuits.
Oh! Well,
We did have some horrible
shut up.
dinner last night that was like, ugh.
That dinner wasn't that bad last night.
Oh no, that was bad. It was really bad. It wasn't cooked long enough.
It wasn't that bad.
Y'all, we are figuring out we are definitely not Greek, but
Just looking at something.
we're definitely not into the whole Greek thing.
Okay, is that fan too loud?
Why'd you tell her to shut up?
Lorelai, you want 300 seconds? Just saying.
No, we had some moussaka, and it was
All right, Dustin Dean got his bees today. Whoop whoop.
really, really bad. We've already done. Well, no, we haven't done Spanish.
We haven't
We've
done
done
Spanish.
Mexican.
A lot of people speaking Mexican to me.
Feeling froggy there.
Las raza. You want me to put that hold on you?
I want my t-shirt.
Look, it don't count. Like I told the person that told me, you gotta shoot her in the face with a super soaker for it to count. Y'all didn't shoot her in the face. What's up, Teresa Dean? So I can't wait for Dustin Dean's Bees video to come out. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that would be exciting to see.
Yep. There's Mama.
Oh dear.
Mama in the house.
My ringer's up really loud.
Yes, it is.
So who's the rat? Not me.
Dun 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 dun. Look, you know I got eyes and ears everywhere. Eyes and ears everywhere. She'll be up in about a half an hour. Cool.
I am the
Anita's in
snake.
there.
Where's my dinner?
So we got a pretty semi-exciting show.
It wasn't me. Everybody's like, answer.
What do we say?
Say yes, but we have an obligation until 9 o'clock.
What oil?
I don't know what our children have against not filling cups
I know,
up.
right? And where's
That's
mine?
Dad's.
Where's? time. Tell her that so she will.
My voice sounds funny.
All right.
We blacklisted Teresa for telling, hey, Michelle.
Michelle's in the house.
So everybody, a lot of people are here. Ask her, make sure it's okay, because
Why?
she doesn't message me. I don't know why that is. You would think, tell me something, y'all. Doesn't usually woman message woman, not woman message man?
Okay.
I mean,
hold on.
these
No.
guys aren't. That's
Hold
different.
on. No, you are very standoffish to other women.
No, I'm not. Ask all these women in here.
They've known you for years.
So I've known them since we
No,
moved here,
no.
like 4 years.
No. You
See, no, I'm not. See.
You've seen these guys at least once a week. Once in a blue moon.
Yes, I did make my top. Isn't it pretty? Sorry. I love me some Rava. See? I've not known her but a few weeks. See, I haven't even met this woman in person yet. And I've answered questions with her, talked to her several times. Just saying.
Coward.
It's pretty. I like it. I made this one bigger. It's like a poncho. So
Yeah, but I like it when you don't wear an undershirt.
oh, I bet you don't.
All right, so
And I used it.
Okay.
I used the Walmart yarn, and I love it. It's not really so. Yeah. And Jason, we women will kick your butt for Robin. Okay, so which one talking
all
about?
right, 7 minutes in. So let's get the show started. And Nanda never answered me if Catfish was there.
Oh, she may have. The chat was going pretty fast, so.
Well, if we were giving out a prize for best joke of the week,
Uh huh.
Catfish won it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she said yes, I did.
Well,
I said he was at a crawfish boil. Yeah, I didn't see it either. I think the chat was just going so fast.
See, he loses points now for being in a crawfish boil and not coming to pick me up.
I
I mean, what part of this does he not understand that just screams crawfish boil?
Okay. It screams something.
Really?
I mean, when you start playing with it like that. Alright. So,
It's my solar panel.
his joke. What was his joke? Or can you not
Probably
tell it?
can't. You don't remember that joke with the wet kitten and the wet...
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Yeah, we can't tell that one on this show. So, anyway. Alright.
All right, so
That's not funny, Jason.
that's not funny.
Thank you, Mary.
Okay, so welcome to the show. That joke was hilarious.
Yeah.
I cried.
She said that's not funny, Jason, the joke.
I mean, that joke had me laughing so hard I farted. I mean, that. And when we're in Insomnia Club, I'm going to share that joke. So
Be prepared.
be prepared. That joke was absolutely crying hilarious.
I missed the joke. It was funny.
Hold on, let me turn this
Inappropriate, but funny.
down. You know, I'm
I
just
mean,
gonna turn it
inappropriate
off.
for here. It was definitely an adult joke.
Don't joke.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to kick off tonight's topic since you found, I mean, you're the one who found all the information.
So, I had somebody reach out to me after your insomnia rant about the flag. And she was like, I'm sorry I missed the insomnia. And of course, Jason's already deleted the video. Was it about this? And I was like, no, unfortunately, it was about something local. Not something that could affect the entire country / world.
You know what? I took that picture down, but I want to. I'm gonna bring it back. I mean, since you brought it up.
Oh. So yeah, that's a good point because you only covered this in insomnia. And so some people might not have caught this. when we talked about it the other day. Did you delete it?
No.
You deleted it.
I didn't delete that one.
You just told me you deleted it. So this is Daddy's. And this is mine?
I'm so confusing.
This is mine.
Okay, we were out the other night, and this is what we saw in front of Hart County City Hall.
That's the courthouse, y'all.
That's the courthouse. And
Hello, everybody coming in.
that's what my rant was about, and I could hardly talk.
Yeah, that's not even... See, you're not the only one that says mast. What's the difference in the two T's? This, that one, and this one are... Well, you can't see right now. These are both unsweet.
Oh, I'm sweet.
Mine is sweet. Because I don't care if y'all call me fat.
And
Mm-hmm.
I started. I mean, I got a little bit hot under the collar.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I'm going to take this out.
And well, we don't need to hash that out again. But that was not what insomnia is about. If I would have found this, we'd still be in insomnia soon. So, go ahead. Introduce tonight's topic.
Okay, so I'm not sure how many of you, I don't know how we missed this, but all I can think of is just there's so much going on around December time that people just miss that kind of stuff. And the other thing is, we're not as thinking about, like, usually
Well, December
November,
timeframe.
December is usually like, we're
Yeah,
done
well,
with the year.
we also kind of like turned off the internet. We kind of.
Yeah. So we kind of missed this, and it's come back around a few months later. And basically, what's happened is back in December, there was a proposal to
I can't read it anyway.
to spray 165 million acres with neonicotinoids, which is a type of pesticide. Okay? Now, back in 2015, the U.S. federal court, they overturned the federal approval for using one type of pesticide called sulfoxaflor, which was created by Dow, which everybody knows that, you know, you got Dow and you've got Syngenta. There's a couple of the big companies that make the pesticide chemicals, but Dow is definitely one of the big ones. So that happened in 2015. But a little tidbit of information, between 2015 and 2016, there was a loss of over 44% of colonies of bees reported by their beekeepers. So, what?
So, let me interject. 44%. That does not include all of the beehives that we lost prior to that.
Well, in the last decade, there's been like ridiculous amount
Right. So
of loss.
Yeah, because you figure we went through all of that colony collapse that they linked back to Roundup Ready corn and Roundup Ready, was it wheat? Was it wheat or soy?
It might have been soy. It's soy or one of those.
So we lost a crap ton of pollinators then.
Right.
Now we're losing another 44%
Right.
of what we had left.
And even 2015, knowing that we've lost a reported 44%, they still felt that it was okay to propose this, that it would be okay to spray this. But then, here's what's funny. On the same day that proposal came out, there was also a report that was released about the effects of these neonicotinoids on pollinators. And it wasn't good, y'all. It just wasn't. Because I don't know how many of y'all know, but the one particular that they're proposing to be spraying is, okay, now I'm going to butcher this because we don't do chemicals. So it's thiamexothan. No, thiamethozam. That's what it is. Thiamethozam. Anyway, they're proposing to, now, usually what they would do with this is they coat it in the seed. Like when they do the seed, they coat it in that, and then when you plant it, it's in there. But now they're proposing that it actually be done by spray as well. So being able to spray it all over the place.
Awesome Bruce is in there.
And this is on things like wheat, barley, corn, rice, sorghum, potatoes, like a lot of different things. And of course, the first question I asked was, what is this supposed to help with? And it's not the Zika virus or whatever y'all are talking about. This spray is not for all that. It's mostly for boring insects. Yeah, for boring insects and biting insects, but mostly boring insects. So, and the other thing about this and all of these others, this neonicotinoid type of pesticide, they, I don't know if anybody knows what they do. They literally paralyze bees. They attack their central nervous system. It paralyzes them and kills them. So that's a huge problem. And then Donna brings up a really good point. She said, if it's killing the bees, what's it doing to us?
It's called genocide.
There's a study that was just recently released by the University of San Diego, California. They did a study, and they found that this pesticide is actually 50% more harmful than originally thought. Like whatever the effects they thought it would be, it's 50% more than what they thought.
50% more cancer.
So
here's something funny that we need, and this is a whole reason why we need to take our country back, and we need to take it back with $1. It was like 2005 through 2008, the colony collapse of honeybees was hitting really, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know about any other states, but Georgia and South Carolina outlawed spraying honeybees. So pest control companies got shut down. They would have been locked down if they got caught spraying honeybees. That's one of the things that made our nuisance wildlife business so successful, is because we figured out how to get them out
without killing them,
yeah. and taking them out of walls and taking them out of sheds and taking them out of trees. We figured all that out, and we got it, and we taught other nuisance wildlife people, and now there's like 600 million of them. It seems like everybody's doing it now.
Right.
But now it's almost like a very bad parent. Do as I say, not as I do.
Mm-hmm.
You're not allowed to kill the honeybees, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to introduce this new pesticide that's going to paralyze the honeybee. So just watch over here when we talk about we're going to outlaw bananas to get everybody in an uproar. But in the meantime, right over here, we're killing the honeybees.
All right. So in January, and these are all things I want you to keep in mind. In January, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife, they added the common rusty patch bumblebee to their extinction, like their threatened or extinction list. Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of things that are becoming an issue. Now, here's a tidbit that I liked. Pollinators are crucial to global agriculture, not just here in the States. Globally, they are crucial to agriculture. They're responsible for 1 in every 3 bites of food that is taken.
I wish I had some aluminum foil, because I would put my tin foil hat on right now and say, "What's up, Yankee Living?" And I would say, "Look."
Somebody already said it. Population control.
It's not. It's, look, you can't tell me that big business runs this country.
Yes.
So you got big farm and big ag running our country.
Mm-hmm.
So if big ag, Monsanto, can come in and start, and they've been working on genetically modifying the honeybee. They've been working on that to have some type of mutant honeybee out there that is resistant to all of this crap. That they're going to then control. So every stinking beekeeper out there, if their drones mate with my queen,
yep,
they can come in and sue me because I'll have one of their genetically modified offspring in my hive.
Right.
Like, I can control that. No different than the farmer that all of a sudden the Roundup Ready wheat or the Roundup Ready corn pops up in his field because Ricky Raccoon went over there and ate some of that stuff, come across his field and took a big fat deuce and dropped the corn seed out there, and it popped up.
You're killing me, Steve. That's one of mine.
if
and that's true.
And here's the thing. How do you control the people? You control the food. So if they're wiping out all of our natural honeybees, and the only way that stuff's going to get open pollinated is through these genetically modified bees.
Yeah, then we're really in trouble.
Then what happens?
Yeah.
They can control human population without firing a shot.
Yeah, Soylent Green. So, it's also killing birds and aquatic invertebrates. So, yeah, so it's not just, it's a huge issue. And what Steve said is very true. The Center for Biological Diversity found that more than 700 North American bee populations could face extinction. And what that would do is make it difficult, if not impossible, to maintain the population at 7 billion. And right now we're at 7.6 and it's growing daily. So we're already,
This is how they win the argument that sustainable farming can't feed the world. Because we all know, hold on. We all know that America, we're just talking America. We throw away like a third
Yeah.
to
I think it's a third of our food.
of our food that we waste it, throw it away. It ends up in landfills. You could take that third of food, turn it into compost, but focus, Jason. If you brought back, if all 45 people in here, whether you live in a neighborhood or whether you live on 21 acres or whether you live in an apartment in California, if you took and grew just one tomato plant, it would make a difference. Amy, Amy, are you still in here? If Amy's still in here, Amy, if you're still in here, if you could put up that link to that Joel Salatin quote that you shared this week, I'd appreciate it. Salatin said something, and I'm going to paraphrase. He said something along the line that if we made it possible for every family in the United States to raise a small flock of chickens, somebody will get that, then we would remove all of the food from the landfills because they would just feed it to the chickens. What if we took that a step further and you take away HOAs and all the other BS crap, and you let every family in America keep a small flock of chickens and have a small family garden.
And see, that's crap right there. 2 family. We're not allowed fowl. We don't have enough land.
See? We just had the food recall on eggs, beef, pork, chickens, broccoli, spinach.
Yeah. All kinds of craziness.
And the springtime's just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
We've already had cases of E. coli outbreak, salmonella, romaine lettuce. That was the other one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lettuce. Uh-huh.
All of this.
Okay, hold on. So Rocky Brook says, I think they should give out seeds with food stamps. Did you know that you can buy vegetable plants and vegetable seeds with food stamps already?
They won't do it.
But you know that you already can. Yeah, Wholesome Roots. They can. And the reason I know that is because we had some friends that helped try to rebuild the lower income family area in Augusta. And they worked with what we call down here the SNAP program. And they actually offered double the value if they would buy fresh vegetables or vegetable plants. And it was literally, I mean,
we offered with the church right up here. They do a food giveaway every
month.
Second Saturday of every month. They just give out boxes of food. We offered, look, we'll donate a portion of the seeds that we save every year. All we ask is that you give the seeds out with your food box and a flyer that says, if you want to learn how to plant these seeds, this will be the class, and let us have their fellowship hall to be able to give the class. We'll show them how to grow the seed. We'll show them how to take care of the plant. We'll show them how to preserve and put up the food and how to cook it. Mm-hmm. We were turned down. We were said, no, they cannot do that.
Oh, wow. Yep. So.
Control the food, you can control the people.
Yep. That's exactly
we
right.
have become so dependent upon spray this, fertilize with this, spray it with this, make it where this plant's not affected by this spray, or make it. Instead of doing, we have everything we need here. We don't have to make up any chemicals. We don't have to spray anything. We have everything we need here to keep every single bug in check, every single fungus, every single bacteria, everything that can get on your vegetables, you have at your fingertips. The information to be able to do it. But what they do is they make the search engines so difficult with certain phrases that it's hard to look up. You almost got to nail it word for word. You look up companion planting or companion gardening on the internet, you'll get a whole bunch of hits. But what you end up getting is a whole bunch of freaking advertisements for bullcrap. You have to search through them and bits and pieces to get the information that you need. But here's the thing. You don't got to use those chemicals. You don't. There's no magic. Look, I like Back to Eden, but that's not the
it
end
doesn't
all
work for us.
That's not the end all be all when it comes to gardening. That's not how you can do it. You got to have healthy soil. You got to have the party going on in the dirt. Period. You got to start there. You got to have that. Then you can do other things. You can what they call companion plant, where you can plant plants that work well with each other, that strengthen each other. One may attract a beneficial insect like a wasp, or it may repel aphids. One or the other.
Yeah, so basil works and it helps tomatoes.
Yeah.
Marigolds are very popular.
Yeah, they repel aphids.
Right.
You can do that. You can also look and go, okay, what are some of these bugs' natural predators, like aphids? All you got to do is walk around in the woods with a mason jar, gather up a bunch of daddy long legs if you're infested with aphids, take them,
put them in your garden.
Put them in your garden on those tomato plants that are eat up with aphids. And go get a glass of tea and watch it. Because they turn into little Terminators. Like, are you a Sarah Connor? And they're taking them out. When it's the wintertime and you're not growing anything in your garden, plant a green manure. And what I mean by that, plant some winter ryegrass. That way you can till that up in the springtime, till it up into your garden. It becomes what they call a green manure.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that. You don't need all of this crap. They want you to think that you do, so then that way they can kill off all the other stuff and control you. There has been so much use of chemicals and genetically modified foods that it has already changed the human DNA.
Oh.
I think I'm getting a little too excited.
A little bit.
Sorry. But this is a great segue for your project.
What was my project? Oh, crap. I didn't make my project.
You're such a loser.
Hold on, I gotta pull it up. I didn't make it, y'all. We've been chasing down this party stuff that we had to go to, and I don't know if I have it here. Hold on. But it was more, it's not a, it's,
But, I mean, this is one of them soapboxes that I can get on and scream at the top of my lungs.
Right.
You know, there are, like, two families says she wants to learn about the wild edibles that are in her yard that she can eat.
Mm-hmm.
Wholesome Roots can help her with that. We can help her with that.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that you need to do also, two family, is watch your neighbors. If they're spraying crap,
Oh, yeah.
you don't want to eat it.
Yeah, that's...
Because there's a thing called drift.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning if they're out there and they're spraying, even if they're getting really close on top, like if they're spraying the Roundup crap in their driveway to kill all of the dandelions and stuff that pops up. One little bit of it doesn't even, you don't even have to feel the breeze. There's going to be what they call drift, and that's that crap floating on over. We got affected by drift one time, and I raised holy Hades with Georgia Power. Anybody that's in Georgia, if you are with Georgia Power and you have another option, I urge you to drop them and go with somebody else. Georgia Power sent some punk kid, because of the easement, up beside my driveway to spray what was called a kill-all killer. I don't know exactly the name of the pest, but it killed everything from insects to plants. It was mixed up with a whole bunch of junk. And he was just going like this. Because he got paid on how much he used. Drift happened and it got into a round bale of our hay. I didn't even think about it. This is how potent that stuff was. Carol was raising her first runt piglet off of a bottle.
And he went with us everywhere. Everywhere.
She named him Wilbur. Because we read Charlotte's Web. Carol was what, 5? 6? If that?
I don't even remember. But if you look on our website and you'll see, like, on the front page, the pictures slide, there's a picture of Carol with the pig. And you'll see it. And, she was very young.
Well, he was too big to stay in the house anymore.
And it was warm enough.
So we moved him out into a stall. We had, at that particular point in time, we had a bunch of stalls because it was an old horse farm. Well, the horse stalls were there. So he had great windbreak all the way around him. She made him a bed out of the hay from the round bale.
To keep him warm.
To help for him to get him up off the ground to help keep him warm. We came out in the morning and he was dead. He didn't eat the hay, he just slept on it. And it killed him. We lost him, some turkeys, a calf, a grown pig, chickens,
we lost
rabbits.
Yeah.
We lost a lot. And Georgia Power looked at us and said, prove it.
Yep, prove it.
And we were broke at the time, so we couldn't pay to
Well,
have...
the worst part was, like, with the pig, when we lost the pig, we buried the pig. And they were like, well, prove it with the pig. We're like, it's in the ground. Well, you'll have to dig it up and have a necropsy done on it. No.
So, these things are very, very dangerous. They should be outlawed. We should be made to use our brain. And the whole world needs to think more sustainably. Now, I'm not saying you need to go vegan and start hugging trees and driving nothing but Priuses and
Hey, leave my Prius alone.
anything like that. What I'm saying is we need to be smarter. This stuff is killing us.
Mm-hmm.
Cancer's high. The rate of cancer is up. The rate of heart disease is up. The rate of obesity is up. Diabetes is up. All of this stuff is a lot higher than what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and everybody will say, well, the population's higher and this and that. You can trace it back all the way to the 70s where Big Ag come out and said, go big or go home. That's when your CAFOs started. That's when all of the spraying, hardcore spraying started. The whole monoculture system started. Go big or go home. We need to bring back the butcher, the baker, not necessarily the candlestick maker, but we need to this is how we do it. We've got to buy local. You've got to find the farm, like Wholesome Roots, Mama, us, anybody else that's out there. If you're close to these people, buy from them.
Verified heirloom, non-GMO.
Because I'm betting you every one that we just mentioned, if you're coming to buy chickens or you're coming to buy eggs and you ask, I just want to kind of see how y'all are taking care of them.
Buy loco.
I don't know of one that wouldn't say, come on, come on, bring the whole family, come on, we're making a day.
Yeah, all that crap about it. The thing that always kills me, because like around here where we are, there are chicken farms everywhere, and you'll see the houses will be up off of the road, and there'll be a long driveway and a big sign with a big red stop sign that says "Do not enter unless approved, biological or."
Well, we got called out to go get a snake out of an egg house. We came up, coming to get the snake. I was on a time frame. Snakes ain't going. They ain't like they're going. Oh, I'm just gonna wait on Big Bear to get here, and he'll take me somewhere nice. No. I come ready to go. The lady that was working there counting the eggs and grading the eggs, she was still running as far as I know. She's probably still in California somewhere by now. The way she took off.
Yeah.
They made us stop. We had to dunk our rubber boots in this
mixture,
bluish, greenish, syrupy crap.
Yeah.
When we got done, I left my boots there. I took my boots off, walked barefoot to the truck. I said, you can keep them. There ain't no way that crap is getting in my truck. Nope. Of course, the snake was gone by the time we got in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, this segues, all of that fussing segues into our sustainable project for this week. Look up companion planting. I am still looking for the best companion planting book out there.
So, Sybil said that she has a lot of companion planting books, like actual hardcover books. So I would love to know what those books are.
Yeah. Sybil, give us your list of your books so I can take a look at them. So I probably looked at some of them. But companion planting is the key. Healthy soil, number one thing. Number one, you learn from Mr. Miyagi. Healthy soil. You either karate do yes, you either karate do no. Healthy soil, yes. Good, healthy vegetable. Healthy soil, no. Manda Santo.
Plants love tomatoes. Secrets of companion planting for 6. I think that's supposed to be secrets. Interested in books though.
Now, let's say you're doing that and you're still getting your butt handed to you by some aphids or the cucumber worm or what's another good one out there? The squash beetle, the squash bug. Something like that. Well, have no fear. Big Bear is here.
So one of the things that we talked about, and we've done this, it was kind of an interesting, kind of like stick my chest out moment. It might not have been us, but somebody had posted in another group, thank you for whoever shared the video about wild orange oil and fire ants. Oh, you want to do that instead?
No, I'm just playing with them to keep myself busy.
And it was cool because Amanda Palmetto, Paratrooper's wife, tagged me in it and said, didn't you do something like this? Well, we did. We did a video on that. And that's one of the oils that you can use for, I don't want to say organic, but alternative pest management.
Well, why wouldn't you say organic? I mean, it's better than organic.
It is, right, but I don't want to go with that label because we all know that label is
Now,
crap
here's the
anyway.
thing of what Robin's talking about. She's talking about using essential oils, making up mixtures of essential oils to use as pest control.
Right.
You know, if you've been in any of her class, you know a lot of times that we say it can be used as an insecticide.
Right.
A repellent, this or that. Now, one of the things that sets doTERRA up better than the junk that you get in Walmart is the certified grade pure.
Mm-hmm.
You would absolutely not have it if you were able to have the organic label on your farm. If you went through all of the stuff that the state requires you with the soil testing and blah 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 to be able to hold that title. If you use these, it wouldn't affect your title because remember, doTERRA practices sustainable farming. Mm-hmm. They practice a polyculture when it comes to farming. They are doing companion planting. Mm-hmm. They are rotating the crops. They are doing all of these things. They are harvesting when they are at their peak, the absolute best. Mm-hmm. So they're not using the sprays. They're not using the Roundup. They're not using the crap.
Well, and it's kind of a duh thing because if they're spraying it, especially like what we were talking about just a minute ago, where they're wanting to spray it on the foliage, on the leaves, then when most of these oils are made, they're steam distilling the leaves. Mm-hmm. You know, or if it's a systemic pesticide, it gets down into gets down into the root, and then you're going to use the root of the plant.
Well, not even necessarily that. The big fancy word that she said. A lot of these pesticides are systemic, meaning they go down, they go in the plant, they go down, and then the plant sucks them up through the root. Let's just look at strawberries, for example.
Mm-hmm. That's a systemic.
Every pesticide that they use on the poor strawberry is systemic. So when you take a bite out of that strawberry
from the grocery store that's probably been sprayed,
and it's super juicy.
Yum.
I'm gonna let that sink in for a second.
Oh, you let it sink in, all right. Sink right in.
Because right now there's some of you going, no, that wouldn't be, no.
Well, exactly, and everyone says, "Well, I washed it."
You can wash it. You can wash it all you want, but
yeah. So when we went to Mama Always, when we went to go visit them, their strawberries were from an old timey produce place.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't come out and say it, but
that's where you were going.
The setup that Mama Always has in their town, every freaking town in America needs to have this setup. They got like 3 or 4 farms that come together and they have this one produce stand. It's a huge produce stand. And everybody's bringing in their stuff. And all of the locals are coming and buying this stuff. And it's good food. It's alive. The food is alive, and that's what you want. But when you buy the strawberries that when they're on sale at Walmart, because it's the season, it ain't the season for Walmart. They've had them all stacked in the back for 6 months and kept spraying them to keep them red.
Yeah. No,
So-
and they don't taste the same. See, and that's what I was getting at, was when we went to her place, they had strawberries, and it was an old-timey, they did everything. I don't know if it was organic, but they weren't spraying. They weren't doing any systemic pesticides. So when you were eating those strawberries, and my kid, the girls were there that time,
Yes.
right? Yeah, my kids were eating. And I know Jason and I were. I can't remember if it was the time it was just Jason and I or if it was Jason and the kids. I don't remember. But whatever the case, I think it was just you and me.
Whatever.
The strawberries were like, they were phenomenal.
Look,
So good.
there are some countries now that have, and this is another thing that blows my mind. GMOs are outlawed in some countries.
Mm-hmm.
Spraying pesticides is outlawed in some countries. But yet we're still screaming it's okay, and we're still screaming that it's good to go. Here's the thing. Some people, I'm starting to be one of them. If a freaking bug won't eat it, I ain't eating it. Plain and simple. If I didn't grow it here, or I didn't know the person that I'm getting it from, if it don't have bug chew marks on it, fat boy ain't eating it. That's the way that I am starting to get. I'm sick and tired of every time I turn the computer on, or every time I turn the news on, or every time I turn the radio on, I hear about this food recall. I hear about this food recall. The E. coli, salmonella, Gondosipha herpes simplex 12 in the spaghetti. I don't know. It's just overwhelming, and it's getting old.
Yeah,
and if everybody had something like that, and if all of us demanded it, even if, let's say, myself and a couple of other sustainable farmers that were around this area in Elberton got together and said, you know what? Hey, Walmart. And we did that. What's stopping us from doing that?
Have a recall for gonorrhea herpes syphilitis.
What's stopping us from doing that?
Yeah.
There's a documentary out there, and I'm trying to remember what it was called, but it was about one farmer that had enough. And I'm just about there, and I'm just about ready to reach out to him and say, I want the business. How did you do it? What was the business plan? Give it to me. That he got fed up, and he started, and he had to travel out a bit. And they started hitting different restaurants, and they started doing stuff, and they are now successful. And it's people doing it in neighborhoods. They're just growing a bunch of lettuce, or they're growing a bunch of this, or they're growing a bunch of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, back to your essential oil spray.
Well, I'm not going to necessarily, you and I miscommunicated. I thought I was doing a bug spray for like when we're outside, bug spray. You're talking about natural kind of pesticide-ish kind of things. Now, I will tell you this though. I know enough about this that I can kind of wing this one.
Wing it.
So one of the big ones is cedarwood. Cedarwood is wonderful. Also, I would say peppermint's always a really good one to use. And the thing about these, like what Jason was saying, is you can spray these on the foliage of the plant and not have to worry about, it becoming an issue. So, like I said, cedarwood is a huge one. And I know most people, especially older people here, know that cedar chests, the reason why we used to store blankets and stuff in cedar chests was because would repel moths and things of that nature that wouldn't get into the blankets and the quilts and stuff and destroy them. So it makes sense to me that cedarwood would be one of those that you could spray out, topically on your plants, and you wouldn't have, and we did it with tomato plants last year. We did cedarwood. I mixed cedarwood, peppermint, and there was something else. I'm trying to remember if maybe it was an orange.
Well,
but it
orange
was,
is good too.
Yeah, so we mixed a couple of those together with some water, and shake it up real good before you spray it, and then sprayed it all over the place. And I watched the bugs just take off. The only issue with this is it has to be reapplied. It's not something. Lemongrass, that's exactly what it was. Thank you, Lorelei. It was lemongrass, that's right. Now, this also goes hand in hand with some of the companion gardening. It makes sense to me that cedarwood and lemongrass and peppermint, because those things, again, if you look in companion gardening, those are things that can be planted close to stuff. Basil's another one. Last year, before we got the basil in, I used basil spray, oil with the spray and sprayed my tomato plants with it until we got the basil growing. So, you bet. Just don't ask me what I have for lunch. I think she was referring to her memory.
Oh.
Not that she was busted.
She's probably busted too.
If you do the companion gardening like Jason says, you'll attract the bugs that eat bad bugs. That's true too. That's exactly right. We even did last year on the predator control series, when it started getting into gardening time, we had a video on aphids. I know we talked about oils. There was a couple of them that we talked about. Ants,
bugs,
yeah. So cayenne pepper is another one. That's correct.
I'm going to be kicking that series up again. I was going to try to do it this week, but I've already been told I'm already getting called in one day. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get, because I'm starting 2 new series. But we're going to start flooding you guys with the information. You got the gardening series coming out, that's out. Stick with that. That'll help you get a party in your soil, which will help your plants get healthy. And we're going to go over, there's a lot of different ways to get a party in your soil. I mean, back to eating is good if you're able to get it to work for you. It didn't work well for us. I know it didn't work great at Deep South. But we're going to be talking about another kind of gardening style in a raised bed that's coming from Germany.
Okay, so we have 2 really quick things that we need to cover before we get off of here.
All right.
1, Monday night.
We got a lot of things still left to cover. Book review. Then we'll talk about Monday night, but I was going to save that for last.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Book review. Dun, dun, dun. There has been a lot. Why are you over there pounding that?
I'm not. I'm trying to relax. My back hurts.
Okay. There's been a lot of chatter in different live streams about preparedness. Everybody's starting to feel the pressure, starting to feel the need. So, with that in mind, we are going to start a preparedness series again on YouTube, but this time it's going to be more focused. I'm going to be more focused on helping senior citizens, elderly, shut-ins, people that really don't have the option to bug out.
If any.
We're going to talk about stuff that they can do to fortify their home, to stock up on, stuff like that, different options that's not going to try to really cost them an arm and a leg. They're going to have to spend some money, but it's not going to. They're not going to have to go out and buy a $30,000 bug out vehicle.
Right.
Even though eventually it's going to come down to you're going to have to leave or die. But.
Aw, you're going to help me.
But.
And single moms.
Yeah, and single mom. With that in mind, my book, I've been talking about it all week in everything that I've been in. It's a fictional book. It's a fiction book, and it starts. It's a series, and it starts. Yes, Mondays in the Hands. They're going to be doing something similar, right? And I'm going to try to expand on what they talk about a little bit in my videos. But my book for this week, it's been talked about a lot. It's the Going Home series by Angry American. This is book 1. Now we have book 1 link in the description. There, from what I learned, there's now a total of 9 of these. I thought it stopped at 5. 1 through 5 are freaking phenomenal. I read this book in one night. I could not go to sleep. I just kept reading. I told Robin, you need to read this book. She finished it.
And I did the same thing.
Yeah. Book 2 slowed the pace down a little bit. Book 3 picked it back up. Book 4 and 5 kept the pace going, and you were moving. These books, Patrick at Breakaway Homestead says these books get you paranoid. I think they get you thinking. I don't know if paranoid is the right word, but they get you thinking. Very, very good books.
Yes.
And you can even pick up a little bit of information in there. The Angry American guy, he is a prepping fool. He's all about preparedness. He has Facebook groups, websites, blah, blah, blah.
Forum.
All of that. Your turn.
Okay, so this, when we first started talking about getting prepared, this was the book that we used like crazy all the time. And you'll see, because we actually put little tabs in it to cover the certain things. So like we have in here like what to stock, other necessities, natural disasters, car kits, like all different types of stuff. And you'll also see, I mean, it's kind of, you can already tell we've kind of used it a lot, but we've got it, let's see if I can get to it, highlighted.
There's some highlighted stuff.
Yeah, I've got stuff highlighted throughout it. But anyway, this is called Just In Case. It's how to be self-sufficient when the unexpected happens. And this book is, I mean, this is a good family book. It's called, let's see if I can get it to where it'll.
I get it.
Just In Case, how to be self-sufficient when the unexpected happens. That book is really, really useful. That's one that we go back to all the time. Like, it tells you how to rotate your, and all of you women that were talking about being prepared and having stuff, this book, this is one for you to really look at. If you don't have this book, you need it. It talks about what, you guys were talking about water purification. It talks about communication. It talks about different foods, what to stock, what not to stock. It tells you how to do a simple rotation. It's just, there's also the series When There's No Doctor. Yeah, I've seen that one as well. But this covers everything. I mean, and it doesn't go like super in depth, but it at least gives you a starting point on where to go. It gives you a good
solid foundation.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
What it gives you.
Right. And it's by Kathy Harrison.
Yes. The links are in the description, along with all the other books that we have been mentioning over the last couple of weeks. Same way with the links of the topics that we've discussed. Tomorrow I will put the links of the stuff that Robin found with the
articles about the bees.
The bees and stuff. This evening I didn't have time to put it in. I had to work today. So we'll put them in there. Now,
last thing.
going on for the trap of the week. Where is it?
Right there. And I sure have not. Y'all are going to have to give me about 10 minutes to...
We are going to highlight another trap. Now, the reason why I'm highlighting this trap is because of Brad over there at Full Spectrum Survival. I watch his news in 2 minutes. I think that is the best
Brilliant.
thing that he's ever done, is the news in 2 minutes. And I think it was, what was it, Thursday that I told you that we were highlighting this trap?
Yeah, I think so.
Thursday he came out and
Family Roots Farm.
he was talking about different diseases like the bird flu and different stuff. Well, there's been one that's been linked with mice that can jump to humans.
Yeah.
So, I forget the name of the disease. I know I should have wrote it down, but I was trying to get a hold of Brad because I kind of wanted him to come on tonight and for us to talk about it a little bit. But I'm going to because of that, I want everybody to be safe. This week's trap is the T-Rex mouse trap. It's Big Brother, as you guys know, is the T-Rex rat trap. Big Brother, Little Brother. Big Brother, Little Brother. Same, everything happens the same way. Okay? It is just like that other one. See, we use this one a lot. Okay? Bait it with the peanut butter. And you get them. Bait cup. Very easy to set. 2 fingers. It's set.
Black germ of death.
Okay? Set. Pooper Scooper and them just, I know they ordered some.
They got theirs this week.
They got theirs this week. So we're going to put them up. How much is it going to be for the...
But we're going to do 15% off of the case price for that one since it's that important. And it'll be $40.80, but you get 24 traps.
And that's the major difference between Big Brother and Little Brother.
Yeah.
In the case, you get 12 of these big boys. With these, bam! 24. 24. 24 mouse traps.
Yeah. They're $2 a piece. So if you were to buy 24, it'd be $48, which, so 15% off of that would be $40.80. So there you go. Orthohantaviruses.
That's the one.
Or hantaviruses.
Windswept's got it. That's the virus. Go to the Big Bear Homestead website.
But give me about 10 or 15 minutes because I haven't changed it out from last week yet.
And these puppies will be on here. Now, if a lot of you guys order, be patient with us because I have to ride down to Augusta to pick them up. And I'm already know I'm working Tuesday. Probably more this week. So
we already have to get a case of each.
Yeah.
So we got to go down there.
So I won't be going Monday. I'll give you guys some time to order, but I'm probably going to go pick up a bunch of cases. But
yeah. So Karina makes a really good point. That's a lot easier to set than the mouse traps I bought at the dollar store, which, by the way, hurt me more than catching the mice. Do you go through Atlanta? No.
no.
I love those things. They're actually making a dent in my mouse population.
Cool,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
They're very useful, especially as a woman. I know we have a lot of women that do the pest control in their situation, whether it's single mom, whatever. And this is the way to be able to do it without ever having to touch the animal.
Yeah, because once you catch him, like let's use, since I have not seen him tonight, we'll use this guy's card.
JJL Forge.
Let's say JJL Forge was the little mouse. And the little mousey come running around because he was too good to come to the Big Bear Homestead live stream. And he didn't come in and see us on Saturday night. And so he just came in there and wham! Now he's a dead little blacksmithing mouse. Okay? He ain't going anywhere. Well, let's say that Mama always, trust me when I tell you this, that woman does not like mice and rats. She will run you down.
Look at that.
What?
Those work great. My mom has caught 9 rats in the past week. Yeah, we sent rat traps to her.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And so Mama always won't touch a mouse. She won't touch a rat. Now Mama always, she doesn't have to beat the professor with a rolling pin to get him to take the mice out. All she does is pick it up like this in her little Jersey accent. She marches over. Stop. She marches over to the can, and then she goes, whoop.
Yeah, Amanda said, I used to throw away the other traps once they caught a mouse. I wasn't touching it. I just bought more at the dollar store. Exactly, but with these, you don't have to do that.
Nope.
You just grab the back end of it. Uh-oh. That happens.
That's
One
a
is
big honking
completely
rat.
missing, no idea where the trap went. Ooh.
Now, if you got a large rat and mouse population and you think that the...
What?
Go. Go, go, go.
Is it fine in my face?
You
Yes.
are absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
You're not going to the party.
Go.
Not going because there's probably going to be boys there. Just no. Just hell no.
No.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what okay, yeah.
Other one.
My baby's growing up, y'all. You look back here. Well, this one it hasn't drilled them out. But on the rat traps, Green Gable. Look back here. You see those 2 holes right there? Okay. The see, she done got my head all messed up now. I know I'm going to prison. That's
You're in so much trouble.
the see those 2 holes right here? They are perfect 1/4 inch drywall screw size holes. Screw it down to a chunk of lumber. This ain't going nowhere. There's nowhere to secure it up front, but you secure those 2. Wow. Now, with the mice, they have them, but you got to drill them out. Okay?
Are they metal traps? No.
No,
They're
these are all
HDPE. I'm not sure what that is.
these are all high duty plastic.
Uh-huh.
I sent you a message about this like Thursday, and you ignored me off grid with Brad and Kelly. Hurt feelings. On the news in 2 minutes one where you were talking about the mice and the disease jumping back and forth. I wanted to go live together with this and talk about this, which we can still do if you want to do it all night Monday. Because this needs to be talked about.
We're going to be on Monday with, that was your last
I
thing?
meant during the day.
Oh, okay.
I meant during the daytime.
Okay, so that's the last thing. Your daughter is chomping at the bit.
Yes, we have to go. Yes. I put news comment. Put a comment on the news. Okay. We're going to a prom under the stars. And obviously, I'm going packing now. I'm not ready for this.
Can you focus? Because every minute that we're not there, she's freaking out right now. I guarantee you. That's why she's here. She came in here. She came in to show you that she is ready to go.
So, I guess her looking that good, I'm just going to take my sweet time then.
I see that.
Let's talk about Monday night.
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
Eastern time.
Yeah, Eastern time. we are finally going to be guests on the two-family homestead. We've been trying, both of us, them with us and us with them, for like a year and a half to try to sit down and do this. We finally were able to lock it down. You know, it's almost, I want to do that whole rock thing. Finally! Big Bear has come. But I can't say back because I ain't never been there before. Finally, Big Bear has come to the two-family homestead. So, they really don't know what they asked for.
Well, it was funny because she sent us the message, like I guess they're gonna put out a video that we're gonna be on their show, and it was so funny because she's like, you know, for an hour, at the very least an hour, because she just knows. There's just no containing.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's no containing us when we get on an.
So I'm thinking about
interview.
wearing my Viking get-up. What do y'all think? Y'all think I should wear it? I think I should wear it. I think I should wear it, at least for the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's
remind
what-
everybody. Wear it.
So, Monday, two-family homestead. I want to see all of us in there. Now, here's the thing, and I think we can do it. We had almost 50 folks. We
did have 50.
We had over 50 folks in here. That's not a bad idea, Brad.
Shirtless though, with a sleeveless fur coat.
It's not a bad idea. We had over 50 folks in here. At one point in time, two-family, when Joel Salatin was on, they got up to 80 people. I think we can beat that.
So share.
So
and
share it.
9 o'clock Monday.
9 p.m. Eastern Time. I want to see if we can beat 80 in there, and then I am going to talk all kinds of smack to Joel Salatin at the Homestead of the Minute. Man, you only pulled 80 people in on the two-family contest. I pulled in 81 and a half. Because that's the case. Amy for real is there. She did a half.
Oh. Or if Teresa's there. Because Teresa's really short too.
Yeah, but I think Amy's shorter.
Probably. Alright. Well, y'all.
I'm not ready to go.
I don't care. Always wear the Viking hat.
So, guys, don't forget to come back tomorrow for Robin's Oils class.
Purify.
What are we talking about tomorrow?
Purify. We're going to make a bunch of cleaners with Purify oil.
We're going to
Blend.
make a bunch of cleaners. Alright, so
Wah, wah.
I guess I'll go shoot some boys. Alright, we love you guys. Remember, be kind to one another. Be kind to one another. You don't know what they're doing, what they're going through. They may have to shot about 4 preteen boys because they look sideways at their precious little girl. They may have seen a flag that was supposed to be at half staff that was almost touching the ground. Or they may have had somebody use their name while doing interviews at Walmart, and now they might be outlawed at certain Walmarts. Hashtag free Tommy. Hashtag no Tommy, no justice. Hashtag he needs some bail money, y'all. Be kind to one another. Love on one another. Reuse, recycle, repurpose. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. Please come back for tomorrow's show. And after Two Family on Monday, we got to go check out the hens. I may or may not be in that one too. I might have been outlawed. I don't know. Alright, we love you guys. Brad,
Night.
hit me up sometime tomorrow, man, and we'll lock this down. Bye.
Bye.